Here's a question I want you to really think about. Can you stand on one foot for 10 seconds? Sounds simple, right? But here's the thing. A real study followed people between the ages of 51 and 75 and found something surprising. Holding that 10-second balance test was linked to a better long-term survival rate in that research. That's just one test. Today, I'm going to walk you through 6 of them. Simple, safe, no gym required. Each one comes from real research, and each one gives you a quick, honest snapshot of how your body is actually doing right now, not how old your birth certificate says you are. If you do well, great. That's something to feel good about. If you don't, that's not bad news either. It's useful information, and I'll tell you exactly what to do about each one. Let's get started. Here's something doctors talk about a lot now: the difference between how old you are and how well you actually function. 2 people can both be 72. One can carry her own groceries, get up off the floor without help, and catch herself if she trips. The other struggles with all 3. That difference isn't really about age, it's about a few specific things: your leg strength, your balance, your grip, and your flexibility. The good news is, every one of these things can be measured simply, at home, in a few minutes, and every one of them can be improved, at almost any age, with the right kind of movement. So let's go through the 6 tests. Grab a sturdy chair for a couple of these, and if you ever feel unsteady, stop and hold on to something. This isn't a competition, it's a checkup. Here's how it works. Sit in a sturdy chair, feet flat on the floor, arms crossed over your chest. Now stand all the way up, then sit back down. That's 1 rep. See how many you can do in 30 seconds. This test measures leg strength, and leg strength is one of the biggest predictors of staying independent as you age. Research shows that a typical adult between 60 and 79 can do somewhere between 10 and 19 reps in that 30 seconds. If you land in that range, good, your legs are doing their job. If you're below it, don't worry. This is actually one of the easiest things to improve. Simple moves like squats, or just practicing standing up from a chair without using your hands, build exactly the muscles this test measures. Do it a few times a week, and you'll likely see your number go up within weeks. This is the one I mentioned at the start. Stand near a wall or counter just in case. Lift 1 foot off the ground and see how long you can hold it without holding on to anything if you can do it safely. Remember that study I mentioned? People aged 51 to 75 who could hold this for at least 10 seconds had a better long-term survival rate than people who couldn't. Balance isn't just about avoiding a fall today. It's connected to your whole body's health. If 10 seconds is hard right now, that's really common, and it's very fixable. Start by holding on to a counter while you lift 1 foot, just for a few seconds at a time. Do this daily. Over a few weeks, try letting go for just a second, then 2. Your balance responds to practice faster than most people expect. This one's simple. Find a flight of stairs. Walk up, 1 step at a time, at your own pace. Can you make it to the top without stopping to rest? Most healthy 70-year-olds can do this, even slowly. This test is really checking your heart and lungs, your cardiovascular fitness, at the same time as your leg strength and balance. And here's something interesting. The movement pattern of climbing stairs has actually been linked to activating parts of the brain involved in balance and coordination, which some researchers connect to a lower risk of memory problems later on. If you need to stop partway, that's okay. Just walk more, a little every day. Even a short daily walk improves this over time, and stairs get easier as your legs and lungs adjust. Stand up and march in place for 2 minutes, lifting your knees up to about mid-thigh height each time. Count how many times your right knee comes up. Research suggests a healthy adult between 60 and 79 should be able to do somewhere between 68 and 115 marches on one side in those 2 minutes. This test checks your aerobic endurance, basically your stamina, along with coordination. If you get tired quickly, that's a sign to build up your walking routine gradually. Start with short walks and slowly add more time each week. This number tends to improve steadily with consistent movement. Sit on the edge of a chair, one leg extended straight out in front of you, toes pointing up, the other foot flat on the floor. Keeping your back straight, reach towards your toes as far as you comfortably can without bouncing. A typical result for this age group is landing anywhere from about 4 inches short of your toes to about 5 inches past them. This measures flexibility, which matters more than people think. Tight muscles and stiff joints make everyday movements like bending down or reaching overhead harder, and they can throw off your balance too. If you're far from your toes, don't force it. Gentle stretching a few times a week, done slowly and without pain, improves flexibility at any age. This is one of the more forgiving tests to improve. This one checks your upper body flexibility, which is easy to forget about. Reach one hand over your shoulder and down your back, palm against your back. Reach your other hand around your lower back and up. Try to bring your 2 hands as close together as possible without straining. A typical result is getting your hands within about 9 inches of each other. This might sound like an odd thing to measure, but upper body flexibility affects everyday tasks, reaching for something on a high shelf, putting on a jacket, or fastening something behind your back. If your hands are far apart, gentle shoulder stretches, done regularly, can close that gap over time. Here's the honest truth about these 6 tests. Nobody does perfectly on all of them, and that's completely normal. The point isn't to pass or fail. The point is to know clearly and specifically which parts of your body could use a little more attention. If your legs are weak, more sit-to-stands and short walks help. If your balance is shaky, daily practice holding onto a counter builds it back. If stairs wind you, more walking builds your stamina. If you're stiff, gentle stretching a few times a week loosens things up. The best part is that every single one of these areas responds to consistent, gentle effort, even if you haven't exercised in years, even if you're starting from a very low number today. Research has followed people who started exercise programs in their 70s, 80s, even past 100, and found real, meaningful improvement every time. It is never too late to start. Before beginning anything new, especially if you have a heart condition, joint problems, or any other health concern, check with your doctor first. They can tell you which of these tests and exercises are the safest starting point for you specifically. So here's your homework, if you want it. Pick one test from today's list. Just one. Try it this week. Write down your number. Then, in 6 to 8 weeks, try it again and see how you've improved. That's it. That's the whole plan. Small, consistent effort aimed at something specific you can actually measure. That's how people stay strong, steady, and independent well into their 80s and beyond. If this gave you a clear, honest look at where you stand today, share it with someone who might enjoy trying these tests too. It's more fun with a friend or a spouse keeping score with you. And subscribe because next time we're diving into another topic straight from the research, no hype, just what actually works. Take care of yourself. I'll see you in the next one.